Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, and we are live. We're chilling. People, just chilling. On the live broadcast here. Just chilling. And just chill and hope people ask some questions. Maybe I'll answer some questions. Like a live broadcast. Are you kidding me right now? Are they really putting the limitations on a freaking? Like, come on now. That's ridiculous. They put a freaking modification, like, or whatever. I have to appeal it again. Ugh, this is so dumb. YouTube will be YouTube. Okay, so we got the chat in the house. Let's see if anyone yet. I see no one's here. This is a fail. Alright, so let's see. We chilling up in here. We got Discord up. Put Discord up and see what happens. I'm chilling. Oh, it's so dumb. Alright, open it up, people. Chatting in the house. We chatting. Chatting in the house. We chatting. Hopefully people will come soon. What's up? I don't even know how to say that name. I'm just gonna call you the third. I don't even know how to say that. So just chilling. I'm just chilling, you know. Having a good time. Woo! Just chilling, people. We just chilling. Gotta chill. Gotta totally get that chilling down, you know. I'm doing good. How are you? Wet now. Yeah, we're just chilling, people. We just chilling. Asking some questions and all that good stuff. We just chilling. just chillin'. Gotta chillin'. Everyone be like, nah. It's like only one person in here. So, I don't got that many people. Yeah, I don't got that much a vote of a confidence, you know. Chillin'. Some people in here. We just chillin'. We just chillin'. Let's see what else we got. What do you think of the new Lupin the Third's Blue Jacket series? If you're talking about the series that aired on Toonami, where he had a blue jacket on, I mean, the show was okay. I didn't think it was great at all by any stretch of the imagination. There were some episodes that didn't even make sense. They had some okay episodes, but overall, I just thought the story was just kind of dumb. There was a lot of plot holes in the story that didn't make sense. First, the person was married, and the person was all of a sudden not married, even though they stated that they were married, and then they had all that, you know, they had the papers and shit, and he's trying to make him sign the papers, and then we find out, oh well, I didn't really sign anything, but they signed shit earlier on in the episode. It's just dumb shit. I'm good, Richard. I'm ready for Saturday, yeah. I'm absolutely ready for Saturday. I'm ready for the Goku Black / Trunks saga, future Trunks saga arc. I'm planning on doing a live reaction to the first episode of the Super Saga new arc. So we'll see how good that turns out. If all goes well, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get a review in, because it's just really hard to do reviews these days. Crossover. Oh, I'm assuming you mean like, I don't know, like a view thing again. We still haven't done like the other review we were supposed to do. What was that? Yeah, we haven't done that one yet. Still haven't done that one yet. Oh, we'll be doing that one hopefully soon. I still haven't seen the new Star Wars movie, so I only watched the English dub, buddy. So there's only Universe 6. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I only watched the English dub. Oh, they're coming out on Blu-ray now. Oh yeah, they should. Should be. Well, yeah, they would come out on Blu-ray, but yeah. I still can't believe they didn't have Green Lantern in the movie. I thought Green Lantern was supposed to be in the movie. I guess I was wrong. I'm still pissed they put Cyborg in the movie because I wanted Cyborg to be in a Teen Titans movie. Now we can't do that because they freaking put him in the Justice League. They shouldn't have put him in the Justice League. I wanted him to be in the Teen Titans. I don't like the English dub. Sure, yeah. Yeah, what's going on here? And be like, yo. What's going on here? I only got 2 people watching. Oh, that sucks. What noise? I don't hear no noise. I don't hear noise. Oh, you're probably hearing my bird chirping. That's probably what you're hearing. You're hearing my cockatiel chirping. Green Lantern. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I know he did. I seen that. That was when the Green Lantern. That was when the Green, or it wasn't. God damn it. I know what he's talking. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about when the Amazonians were, going up against the villains or whatever, and that, like, pastime or whatever, and Green Lantern was shown in a Green Lantern was shown in there, not the Green Lantern, but a Green Lantern was shown in that flashback who died, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, they did show that, but I was expecting, like, the actual real Green Lantern to be in the movie. Like, that's what I thought they were doing. Not just some, showing that or whatever. I would have rather them use the Justice League from the early 2000s. I think it would have been better to have had John Smith Green Lantern, and use Hawk Girl, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, unfortunately, Wally West Flash. Who are the other people in that? I think that was 6. There's another. Who was the other one? Drawing blank. There's Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, John Smith, Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, Flash. There was another one. Can't think of them right now. No, there was one more. I'm trying to remember who it was now. Got me thinking. Martian Manhunter, yes. Martian Manhunter. That's who it was. Thank you for reminding me of that. So yeah, the original 7. That's who I think they should have used, because that's basically the movie, in a way, is centering around, sort of. I mean, they're kind of going in their own, thing. They're kind of going in their own thing, but at the same time, they're using a lot of things from that for a lot of their plot points, it seems. Like the whole thing with Batman and Wonder Woman, like, having, romantic feelings for one another, as they kind of showed in Batman v Superman. They kind of showed that, like, they have some kind of, like, connection or whatever. And they even showed that in this movie as well, in the Justice League movie, which I was always a fan of the Wonder Woman Batman, relationship. But they're using that element into the cinematic universe, and that was something that was developed from the cartoon show. So there's a lot of different like plots that they're kind of using from the cartoon, which is why I think they should have just went with that, because that's what a lot of us, our generation pretty much is familiar with that Justice League than they are with the current Justice League or the past generation Justice League, for example, because that's more familiar to a lot of people. So it would have made more sense to have done that anyways than do the way they're doing it right now. Because that's kind of what Marvel's doing. Even Marvel's they're trying to do more things that like people remember from a younger age and try to adapt that into the cinematic universe. And that's what I think DC should have done. I think DC really kind of dropped the ball in falling into that footstep with more familiarities to what people remember in media. So it would have made more sense if they would have done that. Like I said, I highly disagree with Cyborg being a Justice League member, because he never was until recently. He was always a Teen Titans before ever being a Justice League member. And now we're supposed to all of a sudden have him as a Justice League member because they just decided to put him in there. And not to only mention that, they basically crammed Cyborg's origins in the Justice League movie, which to me wasn't very proper, because I feel like Cyborg deserved an actual full-length movie of his own origins before, getting into the Justice League. That's my whole take on that. Is anyone going to get the DC streaming service when it? I don't even know what the DC streaming service is, so I can't even comment on that. I guess I missed the boat on that as well, right? I'm so out of loop on some of this new stuff that's going on now. They fart all this stuff out, and it's like they just fart all this stuff out now. Oh yeah, we got this now. So apparently DC's getting a stream service. Why is it a DC stream service? Why not just call it the Warner Brothers stream service? Because they have more than just DC stuff. I know Warner Brothers has to make a stream service though, because Disney's going to be coming out with one, I think. But not only that, if the Fox 20th Century deal gets passed, then they're going to own the majority of the Hulu stream service, which I don't know how that would connect with the Disney stream service, since they would be the majority owner of the Hulu stream service. So would they merge the Hulu with their Disney stream service, because they would be the majority owner of it, because they would own 60%. They would own more than any of the other people that own Hulu right now. Yeah, I already know, Richard, that Cyborg's getting his own movie in 2020. That was not my point, though. I'm saying that I feel like his movie should have been made before the Justice League movie was made, because I feel like they just crammed his origins in 15 minutes rather than a full-length movie. Well, no, I already know. Well, yeah, I'm not a fan of Young Justice. I think Young Justice is probably one of the most overrated shows out there right now. I was never a fan of Young Justice. I always felt Young Justice was just a ripoff of Teen Titans, which, in my opinion, it is. The only difference is it's got the major superheroes in the show. What's up, Friller boy? I don't understand why people like Young Justice. I really don't. I don't think it's that good. I've seen it. I just like, I like cringe when they did like the whole like what was it with the they were basically, you know, training or whatever. They were like, you know, because the sidekicks, you know, wanted to be their own like group or whatever. And it was just like, oh, okay, cool, we're gonna do this, you know, and then like all of a sudden they do like a time skip or whatever for the next season, and it's just like, okay, now we're gonna do this, you know, you know, and then this person's a traitor now because it was it Aqualad's like or whatever apprentice or whatever was like the leader, and then he betrayed everyone and then like became a villain or some bullshit. Is the dumbest shit I've seen. It just, the whole show didn't make sense. Like, I was happy when it got canceled. I was probably one of the fewest people that was happy that the show got canceled because the show was a clusterfuck. It really was. I don't see what people liked about it. I really don't. Excuse my French. Basically, the DC stream service is going to have all of the DC TV shows as well as its own shows like Live Action Titan, YJ. Oh, I thought YJ was going to Netflix. And the Harley Quinn show. I didn't know there was a Harley Quinn show. That's interesting. Well, we were talking about it because someone asked a question about it, so I kind of gave my opinion on it. Well, we can talk about anything else. It's just, you know, I'm just randomly chilling. We're just chilling. I don't know. So is the DC stream service going to have like other Warner Brother products, like non-superhero type stuff, or is it just like DC stuff all the way? Well, if it's not a stream service, that kind of is a block. Like, that's their own regular programming. I know it's a DC show. I know it's a DC show, but I thought it was going to be on Netflix. That was what my understanding was. But maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. It's I know one channel it's not going to be on. Y'all know what show I'm talking. Y'all know what channel y'all know it's not going to be on, right? Right? You know the show the channel it's not going to be on, right? Worst channel on cable television right now. I'll tell you that much. The only channel that will basically spam one show up someone's asshole or butthole until the end of time. You know that little channel. Won't say what channel it is, but I'm sure you guys figured it out by now. Yeah. I pre-ordered it online, so I should be getting it. I got the collector's edition. Hopefully, GameStop sends it to me because they already sold out in the stores. I pre-ordered it on the internet because you can pre-order it still on GameStop.com, even though you can't order it online, or even though you can't order it in the store anymore. You could still get it online, which I just think is stupid, but whatever. Speaking of that, I'm probably gonna have to check my item number or whatever, order number. Make sure they got everything going, because that should be shipped out to me soon, because it comes out on the 27th. Comes out January 27th. So don't they send out pre-orders like a week before or some shit like that? So I should be getting it very soon, actually, since it's going to be online. Hey, Dragon Slayer, what's going on? Does anyone watch the Marvel shows on Netflix? I thought Netflix, or I thought Disney pulled all the Marvel shows off of Netflix because they have their own stream service coming on. Not to mention they are about to be the majority owner of Hulu if the Fox deal gets approved, the 20th Century Fox deal gets approved, which I hope the hell it doesn't, because that's a monopoly right there. That's more of a monopoly than what Disney is right now. Like if they get 20th Century Fox, then like that's bad for the market. I'm sorry. Like I know a lot of people just want them just for the superheroes and all that stuff, but it's a bad deal. It really is. It really is. Like for a lot of, people that are like, in the industry and stuff like that, there will only be like 3 or 4 like major film studios left if Disney got 20th Century Fox. I don't like that deal. I hope that deal doesn't get passed. I really don't. That's a monopoly. Jason Jones Season 2 is coming out on March 8th. I have no idea what that means. No, Dragon Ball Z should not be on Netflix, because unless they're going to have the Bruce Falconer score on Netflix, then I don't want it on Netflix, which I know Funimation won't allow. Because Funimation won't allow anything Bruce Falconer. They won't allow any Bruce Falconer music on anything that's on any stream media. They'll only allow it on home media rights. And for that, I wouldn't want it to go on Netflix, because unless they're going to give me the actual original broadcasting score on the stream services, I don't want it on there. I don't even watch Dragon Ball Z on Funimation now. I didn't buy the stream service to watch Dragon Ball Z on there. I was watching new animes on there for the Funimation Now, because the Funimation Now refuses to put the Falconer score on the Funimation Now stream service. I meant the live action of it. I don't know about any Marvel show that's a live action show that's on Netflix, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I don't think the deal should happen. And I don't think the deal personally is going to happen. Because if you got to think about something for here, it took like what, 18 months? It took 18 or not 18. I'm sorry. It took it's still the Time Warner deal or whatever, the Time Warner deal with AT&T or whatever, that deal is still pending right now. And that's been like what, over a year? And that's still pending? Like they're still fighting that right now? So the 20th Century Fox deal, like I think it's going to take even longer for that deal to go through, if it does go through, which I don't think it will. Because there's still high debates about it. I mean, they're already getting people, trying to, block this deal already. Now, if the deal does get blocked, I do wonder what's going to happen, because obviously 20th Century Fox does want to sell, so they're going to have to give it to someone, or, they're going to have to either, modify their deal with Disney. I don't know how they would do that, but to my understanding, yeah, I don't exactly know. My thoughts on Dragon Ball Super, well, I only watched the English dub for one thing, Spectrum. And so far I really like it. It's a really good series. I'm very happy about it, and I'm very happy that we're getting the dub right now. I'm very excited, by the way, about finally we're getting the start of the Goku Black Future Trunks arc very soon, which starts this Saturday, which I might do a live reaction for, by the way. Mega Man asks, do you like Geekdom 101? Yes, I like Geekdom 101. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude, very professional. As a matter of fact, Richard's actually done a Star Wars video with him. You guys go check that out. I don't have no issues with Geekdom 101. The guy is a cool dude. He knows a lot about Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So, yeah, that's my whole view on that. Geekdom 101's a cool dude. And I've actually watched a lot of his videos. I've watched a lot of his videos. So, not all of them. I can't watch all of them because, he does reviews of the Japanese, super version. But I have watched a lot of some of his good videos, like a lot of good videos that he has done. And very informative with, his knowledge and stuff that he's done. I think it's going to happen because Disney and Avatar is in the Disney world. Avatar is not in the Disney world. I don't know where you got that idea from, but if you look at the Congress facts, I doubt it gets approved because I don't think Congress is going to pass it. Because Congress and all those government officials, they're going to look at that and they'll be like, "That you can't do that. It's monopoly then." So I don't think it's going to get approved, but that's cool if you think that. But I don't think it's going to get approved because of Avatar. That's for sure. If anything, it's going to get approved for the Marvel stuff. Because that's really the only reason why. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say it's the only reason, but it's really the main reason why they want 20th Century Fox is because they want the rest of the Marvel characters, basically, or at least most of them, because Sony still technically owns Spider-Man, even though they do movies with them now. But so that's my whole thing. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Well, see, here's another thing. The theme park thing is completely different, though. Like, theme park rights are completely different from movie rights. Not a lot of people know that, but they actually are. Like, theme park rights are completely separate to movie rights. For example, you probably don't know this, but the Marvel characters, actually, their rights are currently for the theme park are actually currently owned by Universal Studios, believe it or not, because before Disney purchased Marvel in 2009, Universal Studios actually secured the Marvel theme park rights from Marvel. They licensed them out with the contract before they purchased them. Similar to how, Viacom or Paramount Pictures had the distribution rights to, phase 1 of Marvel movies until, Disney bought it out the contract or whatever. So basically, right now, at least theme park, rides and stuff like that, Disney World can't basically make any rides. They can't. Basically, what I'm trying to say is they can't make any rides of Marvel characters in the theme park right now until that contract ends or whenever that contract ends. So that's what I mean by that is that's a completely separate. So just because Avatar is just because Disney World owns the theme park rights to Avatar doesn't mean really anything in terms of the movies, because the movies and the theme parks are licensed out completely differently. And it's not like Fox has their own theme park. So, it was easy for them to give it to someone else. It's just kind of like with the Men in Black, for example. Men in Black's comic books are published by Marvel, which is now owned by Disney, but Sony still owns the cinematic rights. Now, some people will be like, well, how does Marvel not automatically get the rights to Sony or gets the rights to Men in Black? Because the creator of Men in Black licensed the movie rights out to Sony. It's not like Stan Lee, where Stan Lee licensed out, the superheroes to other studios. That's how Disney, gets, the superheroes. But with Men in Black is not done by Stan Lee, even though they produce, or they publish the comic books for the Men in Black. The creator decides who gets, the movie rights or whatever to Men in Black, and that's why Sony still has the rights to those. So it's all completely separate situations depending on where you look at it when it comes to theme park rights and cinematic rights and creators' rights, whatever you have you. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. Hey, can you see? I would be surprised if Fox went to Universal or Warner Brothers. You know what would be really funny about that? If the Disney deal got rejected and then Warner Brothers came in and bought Fox. That would be interesting, actually, because then Warner Brothers would own the Marvel characters. That'd be screwed up. That would be some bullshit right there. You see, like, freaking Batman going up against Deadpool or some bullshit like that. Like, man, that'd be some bullshit right there if that freaking happened. Like, I'd be like, oh, Deadpool in the DC universe or some shit like that. Would be screwed up, man. I could see Universal doing it, but Universal is very conservative for some reason. Universal was they have like the distribution rights for Funimation right now, but like they refuse to buy Funimation. Funimation was recently up for sale. For anyone who doesn't know, Sony Pictures actually purchased Funimation for $150 million, which it was approved. It was approved within 2 months. So that's my whole comparison to the AT&T Warner Brothers deal versus, or the Fox Disney deal versus, a deal like Funimation being bought. It only took 2 months, and those ones, it's still being decided, yeah. We'll see what Universal tries to do. Universal still actually owns the distribution rights to Hulk, but they don't own the character rights to Hulk, which is why Hulk can appear in the Avengers movies. Like, he can appear in like movies that aren't titled his, basically. But any movie that like Hulk, any movie Hulk is in, where it just is like the Incredible Hulk, Disney has to work with Universal to do it. That's why there hasn't been a Hulk solo movie since 2008, which Universal did the distribution for that movie at the time. That was the only one Viacom didn't do for Phase 1 because they had the distribution rights. So Marvel Studios had to work with Universal, but now that Disney owns Universal Studios, we haven't heard one since. So we've only seen him in Avengers, so that's probably how it's going to be until something is negotiated. I don't know how that's exactly going to work, but it seems like Universal's holding that up on Disney because they want to do something like Disney. So we'll see where that goes. Speaking of anime, do I watch High School DxD? No, I do not. Oh, hi, Death Goku. Do you think Toonami will ever get My Hero Academia? I've been holding off on watching it because I'm feeling Toonami might pick it up sometime in the future, you might as well start watching it now, dude, because it's not going on Toonami. Jason DeMarco stated a while back that it isn't going on Toonami because of some right issues where they can't get the rights to it or something. I was talking to someone on Funimation's, I think it was on the forums or it was on the Discord or something like that, and they, it brought that up. I'm currently actually watching the show, so on Funimation now. So I would just watch it right now. I don't think it's going to be on Toonami. At least not in this foreseeable future, that is. Except for the Guardians. I don't know what you mean by that. I wonder, can Marvel separate from Disney if they wanted to? No. The only way Marvel can separate from Disney is if Disney decided to sell Marvel. Then they could separate. I don't know, Death Goku. The show on Toonami are long running now, maybe in the summer. No, it won't. Jason DeMarco tweeted about that a long time ago, or something about that. I remember. I can't find a link right now, but I seen the link when Jason DeMarco was asked a question about My Hero Academia, and he said that there were certain rights that they couldn't get a hold of for the show, and that's why it won't be able to air. So if you're someone that has the Funimation now and wants to watch My Hero Academia, I'd watch it right now because it's not going to be on Toonami, at least for the foreseeable future. Your thoughts on hits in Super, and who is your favorite Universe 6 character? That's actually pretty tough. A lot of them are new right now, but who is my favorite? That's actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna say right now, I would probably have to say Vaduz, because she's kind of funny. So far, I'm not really big on a lot of the Universal 6 characters right now. Hit's okay. But, I mean, I don't really know that much about Hit right now. I mean, he's an assassin. That's, But he's more of an anti-hero, I think, because he's not really a good guy, but he's not really a bad guy, per se. He just kind of, collects a bounty, I guess. He collects bounties or whatever. So I don't know what to think of Hit, really. I think Vaduz is kind of funny out of the other ones because a lot of the other characters really didn't get that much screen time other than Frost, and I don't really like Frost because he's a little biatch, so to speak. Funny, very screwed up, LOL. Sony, well, I don't know what you mean by that. Sony isn't going to sell anything. They're not selling Spider-Man. I can tell you that right now. So they make too much money off of Spider-Man. Even with the profit that they're making right now, like, having to work with Marvel Studios, they're still making a killing. They're still making a killing off of the money that they're getting through that movie. So they would be fools to sell it, especially if they keep that deal into place. Like I said, I don't know what their plans are. I mean, I'm really hoping the Venom movie does good. That's going to be done strictly by them. I'm really pulling for Sony to do something. I'm holding out hope that they can, because 20th Century Fox, a lot of people said that they couldn't do a good Marvel movie anymore, and then they did the Deadpool movie, and everyone loved them again. So I'm holding out hope that, Sony can pull something out of the hat and, come out with a great Venom movie, because I'm really hoping the Venom movie does good, because I hope that, maybe that can cross over at some point with the MCU, possibly, maybe not. But, I mean, if it's a great movie, there's a if it ends up being a good movie, who knows? It gets a lot of money. So I'm holding up hope for that. But we'll see where that goes. But no, I don't think Sony's selling anything. They make too much money off of it. Hey, have you seen the news about a new Dragon Ball Z movie? Geekdom 101 said is going to be a new movie. Yeah, you know what? I actually just heard about this. I didn't even pay attention about the new movies. The last time I heard about news about a new movie, it was a prank, and wasn't a real source. So I didn't even think there was a real movie. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, because the English dub is like not that far. I mean, I guess they're going to be stopping. They're going to be stopping the Japanese airing of Dragon Ball Super for like a year or something after April or something like that of this year. So the English dub can catch up. But I don't even think that's going to be enough time if they only air one episode every day. I mean, we're just starting the Goku Black arc. Plus, you got to take into account the holidays, where they don't show a new episode. So, and if the movie's coming out in December, we don't know the plot, but if the movie is supposed to coincide with something that happens in Dragon Ball Super, then the dub is going to be way off. And I know Funimation likes to dub stuff right away, because Revival of F came out within 3 months after it aired in the Japan theaters. So I know they're going to want to put it out very quickly, which concerns me, because I want the dub to be caught up to wherever this movie is going to be at when they show it. I don't want them to show any major spoilers, that we haven't seen yet, in the dub, if it's not caught up yet. That's my biggest concern, with this whole movie. Death Goku, I have officially caught up to One Piece to where the English dub is at, which is episode, I don't even have it in front of me right now, but it's some odd episode. Let's see what the episode was. I caught up to it though, just about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Let's see. Pikachu, why do you must chirp so much? It's just a joke, guys. Anyways, let's see here. Alrighty, I finished episode 552. That was the last English dub episode that Funimation now has released. So that is where I am at right now. Yeah, Deadpool versus Batman would be nice. I liked the first 2 seasons of JoJo, but then the 3rd season sucked. So yeah, I don't like it anymore. The 3rd season is dumb. I hate the stands. They should have just stayed with hormones. They were better and more entertaining and more powerful, in my opinion. The stands are stupid. Yeah, Frieza's better than Frost. Frost is like a little. Frost is just like, he pretends to be good, but in reality, he's just a douche. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what is. Believe it or not, I didn't see Deadpool 1, so I don't think I can see Deadpool 2, because I didn't see Deadpool 1. So I don't think I can see Deadpool 2. Sorry, Deadpool. I hope you don't break the 4th wall and, come right into the stream and get pissed off at me. But I didn't see your first movie, unfortunately. Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding. Deadpool just jumps out of nowhere. Dragon Ball Super in Japan is going to be taking an indefinite hiatus after episode 131 airs in April, so the staff can work on the new movie. No word if it will ever come back, but it most likely will. Do you think Oob will be coming out in Super? I think Oob might make a cameo, but I don't think he's going to be a main focus because he's already been mentioned. Oob's been mentioned by Goku, so we know he's already, by this point in the timeline, already is a thing. I don't think they're going to use Oob yet because at the end of Dragon Ball Z, Goku hadn't met Oob yet. He hadn't met him yet, in the tournament, in the martial arts tournament. That was the first time they had met. So I don't think they're gonna really show him because Super is in between. It's during the timeline of where Buu has been defeated to before the martial arts tournament. Where Oob and Goku fight. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But who knows? But that's just my take. I think he's just gonna, make a cameo. But in terms of the Dragon Ball Super thing, yeah, they're doing that so they can work on the movie, which makes sense because they're going to need a lot of resources for the movie. Does anyone know if that's going to be still done by 20th Century Fox? Or 20th Century Fox doing the distributions for Dragon Ball Super's movie or whatever, a new movie? So does anyone know that? Can anyone confirm that to me if they're doing that? Because that would definitely show the cinematic rights are still by Fox. But yeah. We have a general idea of what the movie plot may be, something to do with the Saiyans from Universe 6. Well, I mean, like I said, if they're doing the movie, okay, if they're doing the movie it's coming out December this year, right? Not December next year, right? It's coming out this year. So if they're making the movie, if the movie is coming out by this December in Japan, okay, if it's coming out in Japan this year in December, that would mean that obviously the English dub is going to catch up a little bit here, but with all the holidays and stuff like that, I don't know if they're going to catch up to the point where we're going to be they're going to be where the movie is taking place, because I'm assuming the movie is going to take place around wherever Japan is at. So that's my biggest issue, because I don't think they're going to have enough time to catch up unless Toonami starts airing 2 episodes at some point this year, a week. That's the only way I see it's possible, is if they air 2 episodes a week. Because they all have those stupid holiday marathon stuff that they do. Who's getting the Detective Pikachu game? Not me. Wake me up when they actually decide to do an actual Pokemon movie. As in Ash Ketchum, being in the movie. Wake me up when they do that. Yeah, I watched Captain America. So I went to the theaters for that. Captain America versus Iron Man. I thought it was a really good movie. I really liked it. It was really entertaining. It's a really entertaining movie. I like both Iron Man and Captain America. So I kind of hated to see them fight each other. But I did like the movie. Both of them, I thought, had their own viewpoints on doing the thing what they did. I really liked it. It was a very enjoyable movie. Yeah, I'll see you later, Richard. For the for that Dragon Ball Super. I do not have a Nintendo Switch. We should be at least be able to be in the Tournament of Power arc by the end of this year, which is the current arc in Japan. Maybe after the Buu Saga Kai ends, they'll air 2 episodes of Super. Who knows? I doubt we would be that close because there's what we're on episode 47. Oh no, because isn't there like 136 episodes right now in Japan? I don't think we're gonna catch up. Another 4. Okay, so 47. So there was like 44 episodes. Wait, no, 45. So there's 2 fillers. 2 filler, 47, 46. So we had 44 episodes air. We had 44 episodes air this year or last year. There's no way, I think, if we air like if assuming that that's how many episodes we get this year, that means we would have like 84 episodes. There's no way we would catch up. By 2019, we would still be shorthanded unless they air 2 episodes. If they air 2 episodes a week, then it's possible. But if it's only 44 episodes that we get in a calendar year, there's no way we'll catch up by that point. And then it would depend on when the movie would air in America in terms of when it would go to the theaters. Revival of F was 3 months after it aired in Japan. It went to theaters in America. So that's the only thing I could see is that they air 2 episodes. Who wishes that Toonami had its own show? I wish it had its own channel, but there's a lot of problems with that. It's better off if they had a stream service, if anything. Did I like Toonami Countdown event? Yes, I did. It was okay. I didn't like how Tom got beat the crap out of though, because now he's all like messed up. I'm hoping that leads to possibly a new Tom. That's the only thing I could think of because he's all beat up now. So we'll see what happens. Yes, I'm getting Dragon Ball's Fighter Z. I believe I said this earlier. I pre-ordered it on GameStop's website because they didn't have any more copies available in my stores. I'm getting the collector's edition. I don't understand how you can still pre-order a collector's edition on GameStop's website, but you can't in the stores anymore. I think it's stupid. But I'm getting it. I should be getting it mailed to me since I pre-ordered it on their website. I should be getting it mailed to me like within the coming days because it comes out the 27th, and I think they usually like to have them out by 2 days beforehand. If I'm not mistaken. No, I hate Adventure Times. It's stupid and dumb. Okay, cool, but I don't like Adventures Times. Okay, let's see what's next. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball villain? That's easy. It's Cell. I'm assuming you're talking about Dragon Ball Z. If you're just talking about Dragon Ball, I can tell you my favorite Dragon Ball villain too. But if you're talking about Dragon Ball as a whole, it would be Cell. What is your next buy yourself video? I don't know what you. Oh, buy or sell. I don't know. I don't know actually what my next buy or sell is. I can. I can do an unboxing when I get it. Yeah. What are my thoughts about Xenos from Super? You're talking about the Omni King or whatever. I think he's interesting. Soft-spoken type character, but he can destroy whoever he wants, basically. Um, Thing is apparently the most powerful character in the Dragon Ball multiverse. Well, I mean, he's blown up multiple universes, so I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. What's your least favorite Dragon Ball arc? Hmm, that's actually an interesting question. I never thought of that. I never thought of that actually. What would my least favorite arc in Dragon Ball would be? I don't know because I like all the sagas. I never thought of a least. I've never thought of a least favorite. We always talk about the favorite arcs, compare all the different arcs. I've never thought of a least favorite arc because they always, to me, were always good. All of them I thought were good. Damn, I don't know. What's the least favorite arc? Shit. Hmm. You know what? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would say Cell is my favorite all-time Dragon Ball villain. Um, Counting like every Dragon Ball villain from GT to Z to Dragon Ball to Z, counting all the shows together, I would say Cell's my favorite. He has one of the most badass theme songs, by the way, thanks to Bruce Falconer. Xenos is basically the Dragon Ball equivalents of the One Above All or the Living Tribunal from Marvel. I don't know if you could put him over the One Above All, but I do think he would be right up there with the Living Tribunal. When was the last time you talked to Animation Rewind? I talk to him almost every day, at least once, in some type of fashion. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Team Gohan. Team Gohan with Stephanie as the voice actor. Team Gohan with Stephanie as the voice actor. So let's just put it that way. Because she's the better voice actor for Gohan. I don't care what anyone says. Her voice is badass. Let's see what we got here. Can't stand a minute there. Oh my god, you gotta love it. Okay. That's right, Team Gohan. KO, yeah, I do like KO. I do like the KO show. I do like it. Stephanie actually voiced KO for a little bit. And I thought that was really cool. Because KO is kind of similar to Kid Goku in some capacities. I think KO is a really good show, very underrated show. I do like they had the crossover with Captain Planet. I did a review, by the way. I don't know if you've seen it. I did a review of the Captain Planet crossover episode of KO with Richard Kenobi. Actually, you guys go check that out. It's up on my channel. So Is Team Gohan the Gohan from the Cell Saga or the Team Gohan is from the Cell Saga. That was when he was a kid. He was 9 in the Cell Saga. Okay, here's the confusion. Okay. So in the Funimation English dub, he was 11 in Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z's Funimation English dub, Team Gohan was 11, which is why he's called Team Gohan, even though technically he wasn't a teen still, even then. They called him Team Gohan, and so the dub basically stuck. That's why he's called Team Gohan in the Cell Saga, because technically he was 9, but Funimation, that filler episode where they have the birthday or whatever, they made him 11. And so that's how it stuck. He's been called the Cell Saga Gohan has been called the Team Gohan since every media, basically. Like video games call him Team Gohan because he was pronounced Team Gohan by Funimation back in the day, just like how the androids were called the androids. And it just stuck. It was one of those things that just stuck, and so that's why he's called Team Gohan, basically. Cell Saga. Buu Saga, yes, technically he was a teen in the Buu Saga, because he was 17 in the the Buu Saga, but that's not how it's called. He's called Adult Gohan in the Buu Saga, actually. That's kind of how that started, basically. Okay, so the confusion is Gohan in the Funimation English dub. There is an episode where Gohan celebrates his birthday, or the family celebrates his birthday, and they pronounce him 11, that he turned 11 years old in the Cell Saga. That was a Funimation dub change. That did not happen in the Japanese dub nor the manga. That was a dub change, and because of that, Gohan in the video games was pronounced Team Gohan, and it basically stuck after that. Just like how the androids are technically cyborgs and the dub stuck because they called them androids. That's kind of how it happened. So yeah, and he's still called Team Gohan to this day in the video games, by the way. Just like Hercule's still called Hercule in the video games. Do I watch the Dragon Ball Z abridged series from Team 4-Star from time to time? I haven't watched every episode, but I have watched some episodes here and there. They have some funny contents. I'm not gonna lie, they have some funny contents. I've seen some of their episodes. They're really good. You can tell they put a lot of time into that stuff that they do. But I haven't watched them all. But I've watched, a vast majority of their episodes. But I haven't watched them all. So apparently KO's full name is Kaio. I don't know about that. I haven't heard that one. I don't know if that's true or not. Who wins, Beerus or Deadpool? Beerus stomps massively. End of discussion. It's not that it's confusing. It's just that, like, Dragon Ball Z had a lot of dub changes back in the day, and that's kind of how that happened. But in the manga, Gohan was celebrating his 9th birthday. But in the dub, he was celebrating his 11th birthday, which does open up plot holes for what happens in the Buu Saga, because in the Buu Saga, Gohan is called 17. Like, you guys remember in the Dragon Ball Z dub, they say that Gohan is 17. Now here's where the plot hole comes into play. Because Gohan was celebrating his 11th birthday in the Cell Saga, and then they said that Gohan was 17 in the Buu Saga, the narrator had proclaimed that it was 5 years after the events of the Cell Saga, that it was 5 years later now. Simple math. If Gohan was 11 years old and it was 5 years later, he wouldn't be 17 years old. All right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He would have been 16. Depending on where his birthday was. He could have been either 15 or 16. So him being 17 in the dub, after the Cell Saga time skip, of him being 11 years old in the dub actually is a huge plot hole that I don't think many people thought of or didn't even think about. So there was a huge plot hole there. So yeah. Deadpool can regenerate, but that doesn't mean he would win because he can't kill Beerus. That's the thing. He wouldn't be able to see Beerus wouldn't, or Deadpool wouldn't be able to kill Beerus, but Beerus would just basically. Well, you know what Beerus probably would do after Deadpool kept regenerating? He would just decide to blow up the planet then at that point because he would get so pissed off. It's like, screw this, I'm blowing up the planet. He would just blow up the planet at that point. I could see him throwing him to the sun. That's another, just throw him to the sun. Because throw him to the sun god. Throw him to the sun. Throw him in the sun. The sun god. Oh, that's funny. For anyone who doesn't get that joke, that was something that we did on Cartoon Fight Club like a year ago. With Shadow versus Deadpool. The sun god, just throw him to the sun. Just throw him to the sun, people. Throw him to the sun. You would just throw him in the sun. Anything that Hercule invented, anything that Hercule Satan invented is the worst attacks in Dragon Ball. The sun god. I'd do it. I'd push throw him to the sun. My boy Deku. Your soul would be destroyed. Oh, well, that kind of would make things easier. I mean, I still think throwing him to the sun would take him out too, personally, but that's just me. I think that'd be easier. What superhero would you be? I'd be like the hope of the universe, and I'd protect people, and I'd be like Goku to save the Earth. Why does Goku can't be patient? I don't get the question. Like, Goku's always trying to get stronger. Stronger so he can protect the planet. He even said, I gotta keep you guys safe, man. I gotta keep you guys safe. I'll not allow you to destroy my world. I'll not allow you to destroy my world. that was in the movie though. I know, but still, he still said it. He still said it in the movie. He should have said it in Super. I'm still pissed he didn't say it in Super. Like, I was like, how the hell you take a badass scene like that out? My question is, how do you take a badass scene like that out of the dub? Like, come on now, or not the dub. No, in the Japanese series too. Like in the Japanese, because they took it out in Japan too. But like, how do you take out the "I will not allow you to destroy my world" scene? That was like badass. Like that was like the shit, yo. Like that was like holy shit. You know, how do you take that out of Dragon Ball Super? That's just ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves. I don't even know. I mean, isn't that kind of the core to Goku? Is that he likes fighting and getting stronger and saving the Earth, you know, from people that want to take it over. So I can't even see Goku being like not liking fighting. Because, you know, Goku's the man. Goku's the man. He's the main man. He's the hope of the universe. Something I've always wondered is if Beerus has been the god of destruction for millions of years, where the hell was he when Boo was going around destroying planets and killing the Supreme Kais? Well, wasn't he asleep for 39 years or 37? I was getting mixed up. Keep in mind, Going is an alien. Going is an alien? Who's Going? Or is he talking about Goku and just spelled it wrong? So that's a bad spelling error. He spelled Going. Well, Goku is an alien. Goku is an alien. He's an alien, but he's a Saiyan. He's a Saiyan. He is a Saiyan raised on Earth. He is a Saiyan raised on Earth. He is a Saiyan raised on Earth, damn it. Got the, no, Kaioken. The Kaioken! Kaioken! Oh, no, I'm saying Kaioken wrong. Got Kaioken, people. Kaioken. Totally, man. The whole thing when Boo killed the Supreme Kai hadn't happened 2 million years ago. So he should have been around to stop it unless he was also asleep when that happened. I don't know. I mean, maybe he wasn't the god of destruction back then. I know Beerus was originally not the god of destruction, was trained by Whis to become the god of destruction. And during that time, he was as strong as Boo. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah, that could be another possibility too. He might have just not cared. I mean, it made his job easier. It made his job easier, you know, because he's supposed to be destroying planets, and like Boo's basically doing it for him. He'd be just like, you know what? You can blow up these planets for me, you know, because I don't care about them. Beerus would be like, I don't care about these planets. Vegeta's always in a bad mood because he's Vegeta. That's the point. He'd give Hulk a run for his money on any day of the week because he would destroy Hulk in a fight. I don't think that's true. Boo wasn't strong enough to be the god of destruction. Especially since he was created by Bobbidi. Or not Bobbidi, I'm sorry, Bibbidi. He was created by Bibbidi. I don't think so. He was created by Bibbidi, so I doubt that's... What if Vegeta and Goku's roles were switched? I don't even want to think that, man! Come on, now! What is this? What is this, man? What can't be like that and Goku like that. You can be like that. What are you doing, man? Come on now. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Gotta love it. Oh my god. We got full people watching. Oh man. I thought we were gonna have like totally so many people watching this, you know. Totally. It's like, hello. What we got? I'm not going there. Yeah, we shouldn't go there. Because Goku is the main man. He's the main man. You know? He's the superhero. He's the hope of the universe. Ally to good, nightmare to you. I don't give a frig if that was a dub change. Screw that bullshit. I don't want to hear that. Toriyama recently decided to change Boo's origins. Apparently, Boo wasn't created by Bibbidi. He just knew the word to summon and control Boo, and Boo had been around. Bullshit! Are you kidding me? No. Where was that? Where was that stated? I want to see that. I want to see that. That's some bullshit. Like, no way. That is a big freaking plot hole if that is true. Like, that is a bullshit plot hole. That wouldn't even make sense. That wouldn't even make sense. Like, because it was massively stated many times that Bibbidi was the creator of Boo. That is the biggest crock of shit ever, if that's the case. Where are you able to know? The Captain Ginyu, I stated that in my review that Captain Ginyu has a huge plot hole because of what happened when they brought him back in Super. Which Death Battle? I don't pay attention to Death Battle anymore. I don't really care for Death Battle. Then again, I never really did to begin with. What should do what if on your channel? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Mega Man. Where's the link at? I don't know what link you mean. That was stated in an interview a few years ago. A lot of people didn't like that retcon. I mean, I need to see this interview because, I mean, you know, or some, like, you know, translated text of Toriyama actually stating this, because that is some big freaking bullshit if that's true. Because this is the first time I'm hearing it, so I mean, this is the first time I've heard of that change. So I mean, I've heard of the I haven't seen that video. Then I must have missed that one. I seen Geekdom do the video about how, you know, the movie Pikachu. Oh, Pikachu's getting a little excited, guys. I heard that Geekdom made a video about Revival of F and how they changed something in the English dub and the Spanish dub from the original Japanese version. How they said Beerus was what was it? Beerus you know, ordered Vegeta or ordered Frieza to you know, take out Planet Vegeta. That was stated. That I seen that video Geekdom 101 made because he talked about how that was never in the Japanese dub. That was only in the English and the Spanish dub. You know, and was put in the video games as well. That was never put in the Japanese version of Revival of F. However, then in Dragon Ball Super, they did put it in the original Japanese dub version as well as in the English dub. And so then it was officially put into retcon because it wasn't in the movie, but it was then in the series. So I did hear that one by Geekdom 101, but I never heard I never seen the video. I never seen that video of Geekdom 101 talking about how Bibidi no longer created Majin Buu. That I have not heard of. I would have to watch that video actually, because I haven't seen that one. That one I have not seen. The way I interpret that was that Beerus just gave Frieza permission to destroy the planet instead of ordering him to destroy it. But that's not what it said, though. That's not what's said, though. Frieza, or what was stated is that Beerus ordered Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta. It was never stated that Beerus gave Frieza permission. Frieza was going to destroy it anyways because he was ordered to, or at least that's what they said. Who's my my least favorite character in Dragon Ball? Well, as a franchise as a whole, it's going to be 110% Hercule Satan. It's pretty obvious. I hate Hercule. I think he's the most useless character in the show. He steals credit from people, and that's my whole view on Hercule. Yeah, but I didn't know about the Bibidi thing. I need to see that video. Someone can link me that Geekdom 101 video. It would be kind of cool. I actually have to see that now. I didn't see that. I have not seen that video. I don't know when it was, because I don't remember seeing it. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So what's this whole... Anyone like posting any more questions? Got any more questions? We're just chilling over here. We just chilling. Just chilling. Chilling, because I feel like it's... Because I feel like it. Oh, it's just like at the Spring Maiden. The maiden theory, as I called it. Yeah, dude, I got the maiden theory up in here, yo. Got the maiden theory, man. Got the maiden theory. Oh my god, let's see what we got here. Let's see. So, if you were in the Marvel Universe, who would you be and why? Out of the Marvel superheroes, I'd probably be Captain America, or Iron Man, since both of those two can obviously do some really cool shit. Captain America's a real American-like superhero. Oh shit! Let me let's see. Wait, let me just put this here, and then let me just open up another tab here, and let me see this. Go watch this shit. Don't watch it, Geekdom 101. Geekdom 101, if you're watching this, we're gonna look at this right now. I don't feel like I should look at this yet because it feels like they're gonna talk about some things that I think I should wait on this video actually because it looks like they're showing stuff from the Future Trunks arc, so I probably should hold off on this a little bit. I don't know. I probably should hold off on this video until we're done with the Future Trunks arc because he started to talk about stuff about Future Trunks. If you were the author of Dragon Ball, what would you change? Well, for one thing, I would make the Funimation speech, the Hope of the Universe speech, the official speech that is said in Dragon Ball Z. That would be what I would change. I know that's kind of lame. It's probably kind of a lame answer for a lot of people, but I mean that's what I'd change. I would have that be what he says in the in all dubs. In all dubs, I would make that become the line. I would hire Bruce Falconer back as the fucking composer. Or at least if Bruce Falconer doesn't want to do it, I would at least hire. If Falconer wouldn't do it, say if I couldn't get Bruce Falconer to do it, I would have Scott Morgan, Julius DeBolsch, and who's the other guy? Who's that guy? Matt Morgan or something? Or Scott Morgan, right? Wasn't that the name, Scott Morgan? Yeah. If I couldn't get Bruce Falconer back on board, I would hire those three to do it. To do the version. Isn't the Goku Black arc and the Future Trunks arc the same arc? I prefer Dragon Ball Z over Kai. I think Kai is not needed because Kai is just basically a retelling of Dragon Ball Z without fillers. I don't think it's needed. No other anime has a Naruto Kai. For example, Naruto doesn't have a Naruto Kai, right? Naruto doesn't have a Naruto Kai. Bleach doesn't have a Bleach Kai. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Kai is needed. You don't have a remake of the original Yu-Gi-Oh, do we? That's basically what Kai is. I don't see what the point of Kai is. Yeah. What happened to Bruce Falconer? You can watch Geekdom 101's video about that. He does an unbiased video on Bruce Falconer, but basically what happened was Bruce Falconer sued Funimation because there was a fraudulent contract dispute, and that's kind of what happened. It got settled out of court, where Falconer got some money, and they basically separated their partnership, basically. And so that's why Falconer will never come back to Dragon Ball Z again, unfortunately. As shitty as that sounds. That's the short story, though. The full in-depth story is on Geekdom 101's channel. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Future Trunks arc and the Goku Black arc are the same arc, so why? So I would just wait until after the Trunks arc, Goku Black arc. Yeah, they never did adapt the final arc from the manga, but that's mainly because in Japan the sales were bad. Even though the sales are pretty good here in America, they're not good in Japan, and that's really what anime mostly cares about at this point. But no, I don't think Bleach really needed a Kai. I don't think they needed a Kai because they had a good run. It's just that they had way too much fillers, and a lot of the fillers didn't make sense because they kind of just made them as alternate reality sagas, because they would just go in a different timeline and not coincide with the actual story. And that was the biggest problem with the fillers in Bleach. The point of Kai, not really. Not really. The point of Kai, see, but here's the thing. Every anime that is made, for the most part, is not close to the manga. And the ones that are close to the manga, you don't need to make a Kai. Like, Dragon Ball Z didn't change the story for a lot of the parts. Like, yeah, they had a lot of filler arcs, but they didn't really change anything to the point where, at least in the Japan version, they never changed anything for them to warrant a Kai. So no, it wasn't needed. It wasn't like Full Metal Alchemist where they completely went into an alternate story. Dragon Ball Z didn't change the stories of the actual canonized stories. Not counting the filler arcs, because those are automatically, going to be different. But they didn't say, okay, Boo doesn't get killed by Goku, even though in the manga he does. The anime didn't change the endings to the actual canonized arcs. So I don't think Kai was needed for Dragon Ball Z. They didn't need to. And if they never made a Kai, there wouldn't be so much cluster screw-ups right now with the fandom. When's my next co-host for Animation Rewind? All I can say is stay tuned and find out. Wasn't Kai for anniversary of Dragon Ball Z? I don't know, maybe, but it still doesn't matter. Hopefully the Bleach anime will come back one day and they do the final arc and maybe improve it, because the ending in the manga was really rushed and dropped a lot of plot lines. Yeah, I didn't really like the ending either. I feel like Rukia and Ichigo should have got together. It would have made more sense. They didn't do that, obviously, so it's whatever, whenever they decide to do it. The live action version of Bleach, I don't know if that's actually going to come because Warner Brothers hasn't said anything since 2013. So, and they're too busy with their own superhero canon right now, cinematic universe right now. So I don't know if that's ever going to happen now. We'll see. What I like about 2017, the fact that Dragon Ball Super came out. Or at least the English dub did. Mm. The worst part about the ending of Bleach to me was all the unanswered questions. Yeah, there was a lot of unanswered questions, but Rukia should have gotten with Ichigo. I think it was dumb that they went in that direction. I was salty about that because Kishimoto had Sakura and Naruto not get together. So then when I seen Rukia and Ichigo not to get together, I even got more saltier. I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm still holding out for Luffy and Nami, by the way. Especially after I seen that movie. What was that movie called? There was a movie that they just did with Nami and Luffy. The World or something. And it was a really good movie. And it was like all about Nami and Sakura. Or not, I'm sorry, Nami and Luffy. The ending was supposed to have in mind since the author of Bleach, the ending was something he had in mind since the beginning. Really? I didn't hear about that because I heard that he didn't want to do any romantic type ending. That's what I heard. It was the same thing when it came with the One Piece creator. He didn't want to have anybody be shipped together. Though, of course, that could change at any point in time. But that's what I always understand was the Bleach creator didn't want to have any like canonized ships. Well, have you watched the new movie that was actually produced by the creator? Because there was a movie that recently came out, and there's a lot of Luffy Nami ship moments in there. And it was actually written by the movie was actually written by the creator. So yeah, but the Bleach creator said that too in the beginning. No, it wasn't Gold. It was the one before that. It was Strong World, I think it was called. I think it was called Strong World. I recently watched it. It was a really good movie. Yeah, it was Strong World. It wasn't Gold. I recently watched Strong World because I've been watching the series lately. And so then I watched Strong World once the filler stuff came up because they actually had like 4 filler episodes for the movie. I watched it. It was a really good movie. Nami and Nami and Luffy basically like the whole plot was basically around that. Like Luffy was trying to rescue her and shit. I'm not sure, you know, because we're way behind with Naruto in the anime. I think it's ridiculous that Toonami is like so goddamn behind with Shippuden, and you got Bakudo, you know, movie being dubbed, you know, like and we don't even have, you know, and there's no way you can watch it, you know, on a stream service. Any of the new episodes, it's like freaking ridiculous. Like I can't believe that. Like, you know, shonen. I don't know if it's really necessarily shonen, but I'm saying that Strong World was actually written by the creator. Like he wrote what was going to happen in that movie, and that movie was all Nami. That movie was all Nami Luffy. Like that entire movie was basically Nami Luffy ship moments. Like all in that movie. That movie should have been just called the Nami Luffy movie because that's exactly what it was. It was exactly that, and that was written by the creator. If that is not proof that those two are going to be together, I don't know what is. Like that movie was written by the creator, and it had all that Nami Sakura moment, or not? Why do I Nami Luffy moments in there? Yeah, we know about that already. No, it wasn't health. Was it health? No, it wasn't health issues. The reason why Bleach was rushed was because Shonen didn't want to support the show anymore because the show wasn't drawing as much. It was like last place. It was last place on the Shonen list. So Shonen wanted to get rid of it. They said, "Look, you're getting 3 more chapters and that's it." And that was the end of it. After the time skip, One Piece anime pacing really got bagged. They dragged out to a degree and took out after the manga are turned into several episodes. You know what? I mean, I just started watching the time skip, and I honestly, for the most part, think the time skip is really shitty because I don't like how Nico Robin looks. Like, Nico Robin doesn't even look attractive anymore. Like, she does not look attractive anymore. Like she went 5 steps down, like from what she used to look like. Like she used to look so fucking attractive. Excuse my French. She used to look so much more attractive. And then they just like time skip. She does not look attractive anymore. She really doesn't. Nami looks more attractive than her. Like seriously. Like she does not look attractive at all anymore. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with the time skip. Why couldn't he have a hiatus like Hunter x Hunter? Hunter x Hunter's been like done though for years. I don't know what you mean by that. The author of One Piece based Nami on his wife, which is one of the reasons he shows favoritism towards her in the story. Really? I did not know that. Nami. Wait, what? I don't remember that. I didn't know that was the thing. Hey, Nami is based on the wife. I didn't know that. I haven't heard that. That would explain why Luffy is getting shipped with Nami. Well, no, Nami was the first female on the crew, so it makes sense. Shonen Jump wants money. That's what it's all about. It's all about money, dude. If One Piece wasn't making as much money as it is right now, it would be done. One Piece would be done with. One Piece makes money. Okay, it makes money in Japan. All right, Bleach does not. Bleach makes no money anymore. That's why they ended Bleach. That's just the fact of the matter. Okay, Bleach actually does better in the United States than One Piece does. One Piece does not do good here in the United States, and that's a fact. One Piece pretty much does good everywhere in every other country other than the United States. United States, it does not do that good here. It does not sell well here, but it sells better worldwide than any other anime out there. That's just the fact of the matter. Japan, Shonen Jump's going to cater more to the Japanese market than they're going to cater to the American market because that's their homegrown country. So that's where they're going to get the cash right away. With the United States, they got to license stuff out, so they lose money, to license stuff out. So they're going to cater more to the stuff that goes on in the Japanese market versus the United States market. If they were comparing stuff to the United States market, Bleach would still be running right now. That's just the fact of the matter but Bleach does not do good in Japan. And that's just how it works. One Piece still goes on because One Piece makes money. One Piece makes money in Japan, and that's what they're looking at. They're looking at their own country before they look at the United States market. The manga for Hunter x Hunter is hot over. Hunter x Hunter's been over for years, though. Like Hunter x Hunter, they're just basically remaking where they left off in the 1999 series, because the 1999 series anime didn't finish or whatever. I thought Hunter x Hunter was already finished. I thought it was finished years ago. Marineford. That was when he was trying to save Ace, right? That was the I don't know what the arc was called. That was, I'm assuming, when he tried to save Ace. Or Tracer. Or Tracer. Tracer and the 4Kids dub, man, yeah. Tracer, man, I'm Tracer. Oh, yo, Tracer. I have not watched Bakugo because Toonami is massively behind in Naruto Shippuden. I might just end up watching Naruto other ways because, like, there's no way to really watch it on the stream, which annoys me. I thought it was a good arc. The Luffy trying to save Ace. Yeah, but there's actually a manga for Bakugo Baruto. I'm still waiting for them to confirm that Tenten and Rock Lee are a couple, because they've yet to have done that. I'm still waiting on that. Still waiting. Still waiting, people. Oh my god. I remember the 4Kids One Piece. I like the 4Kids One Piece. I don't care. I think the voice actors overall did a really good job for One Piece. I don't care what anyone says. I watched the dub. I watched it. I liked the theme song, and I overall thought the voice actors, not all of them, but a vast majority of them, I thought did the characters better than the current Funimation cast did. In my personal opinion. Naruto Shippuden anime has a ridiculous amount of filler later. Even after the manga ends, the anime still continues doing fillers and didn't end the story until 2 years later. Really? That sucks. How can you end the story and then continue doing more episodes? Wouldn't you do it the other way around? Well, right now they have filler. They have a bunch of filler episodes going on right now with Naruto. So I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that they don't have it available at all on a stream service. I do like the old Naruto score that's been appearing though in a lot of the filler episodes because they don't have that in the current Naruto, Shippuden stuff. They do a lot of things for money because money is what makes the world go around, you know. Money is what makes the world go around. Without money, they can't do anything. So that's why they do it, because they want to make money. Money. They want money. We want money, people. You must make more episodes, damn it. We need money. So they basically were like, well, we did all this filler stuff, so we're not going to do this ending until, like, we do more filler episodes. Naruto had some good filler episodes, though. I mean, they didn't have, I mean, not all of them, but they did have some good filler episodes that I did like. Um, I did like that filler up. I did like that filler arc that they did a while back with the uh, the fifth tail or whatever, um, the fake fifth tail or something. Wasn't that with that boy or whatever? I thought that was a really cool arc. That was actually a filler arc. I don't know what it was called, but I thought it was a really good one. Cookies for anyone that knows the name of that arc. We got only 4 people watching. I wish we could get more people to like watch. I'm about to pull up my Very Odd Parents. Well, a lot of the filler episodes they're showing right now on Toonami are just like flashbacks to stuff that supposedly happened in Naruto. Like they just last episode they showed like Rock Lee while he was injured or whatever, you know, after the tuning exam with Gara, and they did like this episode where Naruto dressed up as Rock Lee and like went to go find the flower for Guy Sensei, you know, for Rock Lee. I mean, like, you know, I mean that's kind of what they're doing right now, like, you know, stuff that supposedly happened in Naruto. But I will say I do like hearing the old Naruto score. I love the Naruto score. Um, I can't say enough about it. I love that freaking Naruto score. Like, I wish they would be showing that in the main canon Shippuden episodes, because it seems like we only get the Naruto score when they're doing these one-off filler episodes. We just finished the Pain arc like about 20 weeks ago, so or somewhere around there, maybe 10 weeks ago. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Um, so I guess it took 2 years. Um, Viz Media doesn't have a stream service. They have something on the computer, but the problem with that is I can't watch it on my TV. You know, I want to watch shit on TV, not on a freaking computer. That's the whole point. Viz Media should create a stream service like Funimation does, so you can actually watch it like on an app or some shit like that. You know. What I change about Toonami? I would do Monday through Friday broadcast, 5 to 7 like they used to do. That's what I would do. I think they really need to establish a Cartoon Network block, or even an Adult Swim block, maybe like, I don't know when Adult Swim starts on the weekends, but like at 8 o'clock, I think it is. Do like from 8 to 11 o'clock or something like that. And then still keep the Saturday block too, but have more options to what you can air. You need to have more options. I would also try to get a stream service for Toonami. A lot of people want Toonami to have its own channel network. I've said it before. I would love for Toonami to have its own 24-hour channel. The problem with the channel is they would have to have a lot of programming, which means they would have to license a lot of anime TV rights to broadcast to fill up certain time slots. Plus, they would have to get other things besides anime, because Toonami is not just about anime. It's about other things too, like superheroes and shit like that. Like stuff from like Warner Brothers and shit like that. That's what Toonami is. Building you a better cartoon show. So that would be a huge problem to do something like that, unless they have, an actual resources. Yeah, and that Death Goku brings up a good example. Funimation used to have a channel, but it wasn't on all TV providers. It was the only TV provider I knew it was on was Files, because my aunt had it, and that's the only time I ever got to watch the Funimation channel, was when I was at my aunt's house, because she had Files. None of my other family members had Files, so I never could watch it. So that's one of the biggest issues when it comes to doing Files, is that or that's what the biggest issue is doing a Toonami channel, is you have to have them on all the networks. You have to have them on Time Warner Cable, because that's the only way you're going to make most of your revenue, is having them on cable. And you got to have them on satellite. You got to have them on all those providers. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You're not going to make money on it. And Funimation learned that the hard way, because, look what happened. It got shut down. So I feel like Toonami, they should try to recreate Toonami Jetstream. Maybe not call it Jetstream, maybe call it something else. In between the broadcasts, you have the Toonami bumper, you have the intro, and then you update it every week, with the new video game reviews and stuff like that, as like the advertisements, as well as the little bumpers building you a better cartoon show, or the Broken Promise stuff, or like an event, a storyline event. You have them be interacting while you're watching the episode on the stream service. If there's a special event going on, you have those ad breaks. You know how they always have ad breaks on stream services. You do stuff like that while they're doing the ad breaks. And I think it could be very successful if they decided to create a Toonami stream service, for Toonami. They would have to have a lot of backings, though, because you would have to compete with pretty much Crunchyroll. Even though Crunchyroll is a sub, pretty much dominant stream service, you're still basically competing with all those like stream service peoples, because Toonami has to secure dub rights, and they have to basically broadcast these things on the stream. So you're going to have simulcasts of, your broadcast, and while you're doing the ad breaks, you're going to have the Toonami, bumpers and stuff like that for when you are watching that set episode and stuff like that. So they got to do stuff like that, and then you'd have to figure out, what you're going to do for the storyline events. But I think it could work. If they did it correctly, I think it could work. And I think it would be more successful to do a stream service right now during this time than doing a full-length channel. Because a lot of people rather watch stuff on streams these days, I guess. So I think it would be better to do a stream service. Now, the biggest issue doing a stream service would be, would Funimation pull away? Because Funimation has their own stream service. A lot of these other providers that do licensed dubbed animes, they have their own, stream, service. So why license it out to someone else that's doing streaming when they do streaming? You know what I'm saying? So that would be the biggest issue, is securing TV rights, but then also securing streaming rights. And you would have like a whole week to watch that set episode on the Toonami stream, and then they update it with the next episode, with the updated Toonami bumpers that are included with it. That would be the biggest issue, really. They would have to figure out all that stuff. Anyone remember Magoozies? Yeah, I remember Magoozies. They had Code Lyoko and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX on there. Naruto was not on Magoozies. That was aired on Toonami. I don't know where you're getting that from. That was always a Toonami thing. That was never a Magoozies thing. Magoozies aired Code Lyoko and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Those were their biggest titles. I wish Cartoon Network would get rid of certain shows that have been spamming their airtime. I agree with you, man. I heard Funimation is trying to get their own channel back. I've heard that for 2 years, and I've yet to see a new channel. Batman versus Black Panther. My opinion, Batman would win. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. I don't remember Magoozies ever airing Naruto reruns. I don't ever remember that. I remember Toonami airing it. That was it. I know Magoozies aired Code Lyoko and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX because those were their biggest titles on Magoozies. Teen Titans Go movie. Fuck! No, I'm just kidding. Excuse my French. I'd rather not talk about it. They suck. Cartoon Network just wants to torture everyone. Yeah. Teen Titans aired on Magoozies too. That was another big title that Magoozies had, was Teen Titans. They had a good lineup. Magoozies had a really good lineup. It was just a stupid gimmick. Magoozies had some good programming. It's just that people didn't like the concept. They preferred Toonami, which I don't blame them, because I preferred Toonami. Toonami was forced to move to Saturday exclusive because of Miguzi, so a lot of people held it against them. And, it was just a dumb gimmick. I mean, that gimmick really, to basically replace Toonami with that gimmick was kind of stupid. Completely the opposite version of, what Toonami was, under the sea, so. Why did they get rid of Cartoon Fridays? Because they created Fridays. Cartoon Fridays was replaced with Fridays, with those two voice actors that did the show. Super Perfect Cell versus Super Boo. Super Boo would win, sadly. I prefer Super Perfect Cell, but Super Boo would destroy him. Super Boo was a galaxy buster. Super Cell Perfect was a solar system buster. They got rid of Cartoon Fridays because they created Fridays. Like, it was the new revamped Friday show with the voice actors. That's why they got rid of the Cartoon Friday show. Yeah, a lot of people like the City Bumper era. My favorite era of Cartoon Network was actually before the City Bumper era. When they had the regular Cartoon Network logo spelled out, as the logo, the original logo. That was my favorite era of Cartoon Network. It was cool. It was fun. They had everything to offer. When they started doing the city bumpers, they started taking things off. Not that much. The city era was still a good era. They still had a lot of good programming on, but it wasn't. It didn't have as much of a variety as the original era had. But I did like the city bumper too. City bumper was really cool. I liked how they always had the animations, out and shit. I know Future Gohan SJ2 has talked about the city bumper. It's a very good bumper. Yeah, the checkboard era. Yeah, that was, the original logo spelled out Cartoon Network. Nothing beats the original. My least favorite era? Probably right now. Can I say right now? Can I just say right now? It'd probably be a tie between today's era and the era where they started doing CN Real. I wish that Cartoon Network would make a channel called Cartoon Network Redos. Well, see, here's the thing. There is a channel. It's called Boomerang. It's supposed to be this channel where it's all coming back to you. But the thing is, they don't show anything that's all coming back to you. They show you they show you shows that aired the previous day, premiered the previous day on Cartoon Network, and bring it over to Boomerang. Yeah, that's Boomerang for you. It's all coming back to you. Not. The current era is nowhere near as bad as the live action era. I don't know about that, dude. I mean, the live action era was bad, but I mean, the current era, I mean, they're spamming Teen Titans Go, for God's sakes. I don't know. That's a tough one to call. Remember the RUCN this. What does CN even stand for at this point anymore? I don't know. I might make a new one. I had a lot of rants that I took down, so. I don't trust Cartoon Network anymore. Regular show is not that good either, though. I don't know what people see in regular show. I don't see how regular show is a good show. I don't think it's a good show. I don't think Steven Universe is a good show. I don't think Adventure Time is a good show. I don't think regular show is a good show. I don't know what people see. There was a bunch of other shows that they have over the last few years that I never liked. And I just don't even understand how they're even like were ever approved. I don't even understand half these shows that get aired. Yep, I miss the old shows, but of course, don't worry, because they'll just reboot the old shows. They'll just reboot the old shows, like they did with, Ben 10, Powerpuff Girls. They'll just reboot your show. They'll just reboot your favorite show. Hell, why don't they just reboot Ed, Edd and Eddy? No, fuck, might as well. Frig. They just suck, period. That's what it is. There's no fillers at all. It's just garbage is what it is. They'll just take your new show. They'll just take your new show and they'll just take your old show and they'll just water it down. They'll recast everybody. All your favorite voice actors. Guess what? Screw them. We'll just recast them. We'll recast the Powerpuff Girls, damn it. Because we suck. At least Disney did one reboot right with DuckTales. I doubt it, but I haven't seen it, so. Yeah, I did know about the Powerpuff. You're talking about Powerpuff Girls Z. Yeah, I did hear about it. It never was licensed in the United States. I heard they did do an English dub, though, but it was an Asian dub. So I don't know how good it is. But there's no real way to legally watch it. Can obviously watch it other methods. But because it's not officially was licensed in the United States. Toei Animation actually did the dub for the Japanese. Did the Japanese dub. And then I don't know who did the English dub, but the English dub was done by some Asian company or something, I guess. Because it was aired in Asia, but it never got to the United States. That's all I know. Disney Channel is the Disney Channel. That's what it is. The Disney Channel is the Disney Channel. That's what the Disney Channel is. Oh. Well, there are actually people in Asia that do speak English. That's why they do it. There's actually there is actually a market in Asia where there are countries that do speak English. And that's why they do English dubs in Asia. For example, the Dragon Ball Super Asia dub, that's specifically done for the Asia market because there are some parts in Asia where they are dominant English-speaking, people out there. That's why they kind of do that. Usually, my understanding is that the people that get Asia dubs usually just use whatever dubs the American dub produces. Like they have the Dragon Ball Z dub or whatever. But I don't know, for some countries they just decide to do their own stuff. Most recently, they, like I said, they do use the Americans to dub the show for them, but obviously they never make the light of day in America. Like Banzoom is doing the Asia Dragon Ball Super dub, which that's specifically done for the Asian market. So those voice actors will never actually hear it, because it's being done for the Asia market, and none of those actors live in Asia. Do you watch any recent Nick shows? I'm actually watching a Nickelodeon show. It's a new show. I just started watching, I watched the entire season. It was called I Am Frankie. It's this, Nickelodeon's always good with doing reality shows and stuff like that. Well, not reality shows. I'm sorry, not reality shows. Live action shows. I've always liked Nickelodeon's live action shows. They're always really good. They know what they're doing when it comes to live action shows, whether it's comedy or serious live action shows. And I really like this I Am Frankie thing. It's about this android that's, she's living with her parents and her younger sister, even though technically she's the older sister because Frankie's an android that was just created. And she's basically living among the humans and stuff like that, in the school. So I'm really liking that. I watched the entire season, and I guess season 2 has been picked up. So there's going to be a season 2 of I Am Frankie. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I think I Am Frankie is a really good show, and if you guys like robot type shows, I would highly check it out. I would highly recommend checking it out. It's a really good show. When do I do a rant on Christopher Miller, Christine Miller? I don't know. I should do a rant on her because she sucks as a president. Money. That's really what it is. Money. Asia wanted to do their own dub because I don't know, they want to do their own dub. They get more revenue to do stuff on their own. So that could be the reason. There could be a lot of different reasons why they want to do their own dub. But I mean, if there's no dub in existence, then obviously they have to do their own dub. Like, for example, with Powerpuff Girls Z, they had to do their own dub because obviously it wasn't licensed in the United States. So then you have your option to whether, if there is an existing American dub, you have your option to use that dub or a Canada dub, in this case, or, by licensing it out with them, or you can make your own dub, because each laws are different from Canada to the United States to Asia. So it just really all depends on the title. Do I remember Drake and Josh from Nickelodeon? That is not my job. Of course I remember Drake and Josh. Whoa, just take it easy, man. I love Drake and Josh. It was that was a fun show. I remember the Kenan and Kel show. I don't know if you guys watched the Kenan and Kel show. I would highly recommend watching the Kenan and Kel show. Kenan and Kel show was good. Watched that when I was a kid in the 90s. I watched the Amanda show. I watched the All That show. That was the first one I ever watched. iCarly was okay. It wasn't spectacular, but it was okay. I liked Victorious. Victorious was a really good show. Zoe 101 was a good show. What else was good? There was a bunch of good shows they've had. That I've watched. I haven't watched that much lately, but I have watched a lot. Over the Amanda show. I don't know if I said the Amanda show. The Amanda show was good too. Where's the Dancing Lobsters? Yeah, those were the days. Scout flies? I don't know what you mean. Have anyone seen the Legends of Hidden Temple movies? No, I have not. I've never heard of that. Yeah, but Nickelodeon was always good with comedy, or regular live action shows. They were always good with that shit. I loved Drake and Josh. I loved to meet Drake and Josh. They were awesome. They were cool dudes. Keen Kel, Good Burger on all the they actually made a movie off of Good Burger too. I'd love for them to do a Good Burger sequel, for that movie. That was the only movie that actually got turned into. That was the only All That scat that turned into a movie, because that was just an All That thing, and then they made it into an actual movie, which I thought was cool, because that's how over Good Burger was. Good Burger was the shit, yo. Like, that was the shit. Like, oh, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? No. That'll be $8. Loved all that. They're not known for game shows, but they've done game shows. They did Slime Time and Double Dare 2000. They did. They're more known for the live action stuff than anything else, and their original, of course, cartoon stuff too that they've done. But in terms, Nickelodeon is good with that stuff. Like, they've always been good with that stuff. Yeah, they still have Nicktoons. Nicktoons Networks. They're just called Nicktoons. Who loves orange soda? Kale loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do. I miss that shit. You guys get me? Love orange. I miss that shit so much. I do. See, that's the thing. Nickelodeon was good with that shit, though. Nickelodeon knew how to variate live action with cartoons. Cartoon Network didn't, because that was never Cartoon Network's forte to begin with. And they thought they could do it, and they failed miserably at it. But Nickelodeon was always one of those. They were always a live action / cartoon type thing. Cartoon Network was always built to be in just a cartoon network channel. That's why they're called Cartoon Network. I'm Detective Dan. I remember Detective Dan. I'm Detective Dan. You're under arrest. Boys, cop fire. You're under arrest. I seen that you robbed your thing. You robbed your house. I'm Detective Dan. I love Detective Dan. Detective Dan was awesome. Detective Dan, Good Burger, construction worker, Lester Oaks construction worker, Principal William Bangs Pen Pal. Who remembers that? Good afternoon, my students. I am your principal of this fine school, Principal William Bangs Pen Pal. Principal William Bangs Pen Pal. Good evening, my students. I'm Principal William Bangs Pen Pal. I am not afraid of the dark. So, Undertaker won't scare me. But I would love to meet the Undertaker. But he wouldn't scare me. Gotta get the Undertaker up in here. Yeah. Gotta get some shit going. Oh my god, you gotta love this. Oh, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Oh yeah, that was wasn't that the campfire thing where they would like all sit down and tell their stories about the fire, or like in the fire or whatever, and they would tell about the stories? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that. That was that was when they would tell like stories. Like in the beginning they would have their marshmallows in the fire or whatever, and they would like tell their mini story and shit. Yeah, I remember that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Damn, we're talking way back. I don't even know when they've aired that. I don't even remember when the last time they aired that. They haven't aired that in years. They haven't aired that in years. They gotta air that again. Yeah, it's 3:16 too here, so I probably should I probably should actually end this. It's actually been longer than I thought it would be. Just chilling. So that's probably about it, guys. So I am out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace.